Hello MYP students. So in the previous two videos, we discussed how we can approach the criteria B questions of math in your MYP assessments and get a straight 8 by 8. So basically in the previous two videos, I told you the tips and tricks basically you need to follow and how easy it is to score 8 out of 8 in your criteria B. So today we are going to do a past paper question. So this question from criteria B was asked in November 2025 maths ES assessments. So you can clearly see, guys, as I told you in the last question, that criteria B question consists of 30 to 33 marks. So this question also consists of 30 marks. And in this video, you will understand how easy it is to score these 30 marks, because I'll make you all believe how easy it is to score these 30 marks. But you need to watch the previous two videos to understand what exactly I'm going. I'll try my best to explain each and everything in this video as well. But it is very important for all of you to understand how we basically approach the questions of criteria B, what exactly we have to write, what statements we have to write, how we test a general rule, how we verify a general rule, how we justify a general rule, and how what are the tips and tricks which we need to follow to get a straight 8 on it. So this is the question from November 2025 maths e assessment. So in this question you can clearly see that it's given that a sequence of shape is created using square. In this question, we will investigate the area of shaded region formed by these shapes. So you can see these are the different stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and the shape of the shapes are given. So interact with stage control to see how the shapes are formed. So now this is my stage 4 image, and you can see here that they are asking the first question as determine the length of L. So this is L, guys. So you need to understand if this is L. So here we have a right angle triangle. If this is L and this is my 4, and because you need to understand here that one square width is 1 and the height is the length is also 1. So here we have 4 square, that means the width is 4, and here we have 3 square, that means the width the height of this particular length, the base of this particular triangle is 3. So L would be equal to under root 3 square plus 4 square using the Pythagoras theorem, and when we are solving, you are going to get it as 5. So 5 is the value of L. And then in 8b, they are saying to show that the shaded area in stage 4 is 24. So shaded area is basically area of this big square minus area of this inside square. So area of this big square, you can clearly see that the the side is 7. So area of outer square would be 7 square, which is 49, and area of inner square would be L square. And just now you calculate the L value, which is 5. So 5 square, which is 25. So therefore, area of shaded region is equal to 49 minus 25, which is 24. So this is what we have to show in 8b. So now next question they are saying is identify two patterns for 8c is predict the two missing values in the table. So I explained you in the previous videos that prediction of values are always asked in the exams. Here also you can clearly see it has been asked. So the shaded area is 6, 12, 18, and 24. So you can clearly see here we have plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. So obviously the next would be 30 and next would be 36. So if you write these two values, you'll get 1 marks here. So identify two patterns for S. So here we have to identify two patterns for X. So 8D, first pattern I can write it as that all the values of shaded area are multiple of 6. So you can clearly see that all the shaded area 6, 12, 18, 24. So this is basically 6 table. So all are basically multiple of 6. And the second pattern I can say that all the values of shaded area are even numbers. I can also write it this. Or third thing, I can also write that all values of shaded area S follows a arithmetic sequence with common difference 6. So you can write any two out of these three. So this is what we will write here, and we'll get 2 marks, guys. So next question is determine the general rule for S in terms of S. So since it's an arithmetic sequence, we will find the general rule of this using the arithmetic formula. So when you will do that, you will get S is equal to 6n as the general rule, because they're asking rule for S in terms of n. So S is 6n, because if you put n equal to 1, you will get 6. If you put n equal to 2, you will get 12. N equal to 3, you will get 18, and so on. So S equal to 6n is the general rule for this particular sequence. Now, next question in this is verify your general rule. So clearly remember guys, in the previous video, I told you for verification, you have to you have to verify it for the terms which you have predicted. So here you have predicted for n equal to 5 and n equal to 6. So for n equal to 5, s will be equal to 6 times 5, which is 30. And for n equal to 6, s is equal to 6 times 6, which is 36. So this is how you can clearly see that the values which you're getting here are same as the values which you predicted. That means verification is done. And after that, you need to write the statement for verification, which I said you in the previous video. So if you really want to see this statement, you can check my previous video. So in that I have also told you, because if you don't write the statement, you will lose 1 mark, guys, because this question is of 3 mark. So 2 mark is for this step and 1 mark is for the statement. And that statement you can find it in my previous video, or you can check the statement in the description. I'll try my best to put the statement for verification in the description, guys. So if you do this much, so you'll get 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 1 9, and 10 marks. So if you do just this much, you'll easily get 10 marks. So now the next question 8G, you can see this is of 20 marks, guys, alone this question. And you have to do the exactly same thing what we did there. So investigate to find a relationship for u in terms of n. In your answer, you should predict more values and record these values. So we'll have to predict all of these values. So this will be 30, 36, 16, 25, 36, 7 square is 49. That means 8 square is 64 and 9 square is 81 will be here. And unshaded area is 10, 13, 18. So basically we have to outer square and shaded area. So unshaded square ka area is 10, 13, 18, 25. So you can, this is basically a, I think, quadratic sequence. So 10, 13, 18, 25. So for 3, 5, 7. So the second common difference is same. So that means we will get here 9. And when you add 9 in 25, you will get 34. This is 2. And again, so next value will be 34. And hence the next value you will get it by adding 11. So when you add 11 in 34, you will get 45. So these are the predicted values. So this question is done, guys. So identify one pattern for A. So identify one pattern for A. You can clearly see that this is basically a quadratic sequence. We can see here that it's 4 square, or you can say that identify one pattern of A. You can say that one pattern for A. So in A, you can clearly see that it's all the square numbers starting from 4. So A consists of all numbers which are square number starting from the square of 4. So identify one pattern of A is done. So next question is identify one pattern for U. So U is basically a quadratic sequence, and you can clearly see here that the second difference is 2. So I will say that pattern for U, I can say that it is a quadratic sequence with common difference, sorry, with second common difference of 2. So if you do this much, you will get marks for this. Now they're asking you to figure out to determine the general rule for u in terms of n. So u is 10, 13, 18, 25, and 34. So if you remember, I told you how exactly you have to find. So you have to do t2 minus t1. So 3, 5, 7, and 9. So basically you have to do t2 minus t1, 2, 2, 2. So now the next step is extremely important. So here we have to write 2a, here we have to write 3a plus b, and here we have to write a plus b plus c, and we have to equate it to the first term always. And the formula for the quadratic sequence is an square plus bn plus c. So to figure out the values of a, b, c, we'll do 2a equal to 2. That means a equal to 1. So now 3a plus b equal to 3. That means 3 times 1 plus b equal to 3. That means b equal to 0. And a plus b plus c equal to 10, which means 1 plus 0 plus c equal to 10, which means c equal to 9. So my general rule is u equal to n square plus 9. So this is my general rule for u in terms of n. So I got it as u equal to n square plus 9. So next question is you have to test and verify. So testing. So u is n square plus 9. So if you remember in the previous video, I told you, so testing, you have to do it for the values which was given in the question, which is given in the question. So you can do it for 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can take any two values. I'm doing it for n equal to 2 and n equal to 4. So n equal to 2, so u would be equal to 2 square plus 9, which is 13, and n equal to 4, which means u equal to 4 square plus 9, which is 25. So at n equal to 2, the value is 13 and n equal to 4, the value is 25. Hence the general rule is tested, and after that you have to write that statement which I told you in the previous video, or you can figure out that statement in the description. Now verification. So for verification, you have to do it for n equal to 5 and n equal to 6, because these are the two values which you have predicted. So n equal to 5 and n equal to 6, we are going to do it. So u equal to 6 square, 5 square plus 9, which is equal to 25 plus 9, which is equal to 34, and u equal to 6 square plus 9, which is 36 plus 9, which is equal to 45. So you can clearly see here that the values which we predicted here are same as the value which we are getting here. So after that, you have to write that statement of verification. You can check the verification statement in my previous video or in the description, guys. So next is we have to justify. So justification, I told you my general rule is u equal to n square plus 9. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to justify it for, let's say, n equal to 5. So I will replace this 9 with c. So I can say that for n equal to 9, 9 square plus c is equal to, sorry, not n equal to 9, guys. We'll test it for n equal to 5. So for n equal to 5, 5 square plus c. So I'm going to replace this 9 with c equal to, and my fifth term in this is 34. So that means c equal to 34 minus 25. So you can clearly see here that I'm getting c as 9, which was here in the general rule. That means this particular quadratic sequence general rule is justified. So if you do this much, guys, you will get easily 30 out of 30. That's my guarantee to all of you. You just have to follow the steps which I have told you in the easiest possible way, and your work is done, guys. Your work is done. I have made your work very easy according to me. I think this is the easiest possible 30 marks you can score in your MYP Maths examination. So this is what you have to do. You should be knowing what exactly to write, how to write, and so I have explained everything in this particular video, and I hope I am helpful to all of you. So if you really like this video, guys, do subscribe to my channel. And if you have any doubts, you can connect with me on my Instagram at the rate of your IB tutor. I'll try my best to explain you all my doubts. I'll try to explain your doubt, guys. I'll see you all then. Bye, guys.